In this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways to frame your cleaning prices so that your clients say yes without flinching. These 5 strategies are designed to help you charge more, close better, and build client trust without negotiating on price. And before I jump in, I want to talk to a little parable that I heard from Alex Hormozy. I love how he made this parable. It was a funny one. There was this dude making bread way back in the day when stuff was merchant style. He's a bread maker. And he had too many customers. He always had a line out of his door, and he wasn't able to fulfill all of those customers. And there was a experienced business merchant that came to this bread maker, saw how his business was functioning, basically. He had a line out the door, he couldn't make all the bread, and he looked at him, he was like, hey, raise your prices, like double them. And the bread maker was like, if I double my prices, I'll lose half my customers. And the business dude was like, trust me, when you have too much supply and you can't fulfill it, raise your prices. Or too much demand and you can't fulfill it, raise your prices. So the bread maker raised his prices and he lost half his customers. But he was making the same money because he had half the customers at double the price. And eventually he had more time to work on his craft. He made better bread. He tested new recipes, yada, yada, yada. And the bread got better. So customers that were still there at the double price started telling their friends about the bread. And then they came and he had a line out the door again. And the old merchant came to him and he said, double your prices again. He's like, if I double my prices again, I'll lose another 50% of my customers. He's like, yeah, you will. But you'll have more time to work on your craft again, more time to experience making bread and enjoying your business again. So he doubled his prices again. And so now he had somewhere around 25% of his original customers, but at 4 times the price. And those 25% started to refer more. So he had a more profitable business with less fulfillment, all because of how he interacted with price in his business. And by increasing that price, it allowed him to drive quality product, quality experience, and quality customers. And I think it's a similar thing in all businesses. And I'm always thinking about pricing for my own business. And I encourage people, really on the advice of Alex Hormozy and Warren Buffett, to think about pricing for their business. And so this video, we are going to talk about how to frame your prices so that you can be like that baker where you can raise them, maybe lose some customers, but keep your quality customers and do a quality product and have a business you enjoy again. So I want to jump into the first tip on framing your pricing. And really, it's framing your product. And that's leading with benefits, not features. So that's what we're going to talk about here. And it's really getting at the small point of people. Give me 1 second. People don't want you to clean with a certain microfiber cloth. People don't want you to use a certain type of spray, mop, broom, vacuum, window cleaner. Like, they don't care how you get the job done. They care how the job getting done benefits their life. And so some people want to clean house for many different reasons. Some want to impress a father-in-law. Some want to host friends. Some want to feel like the clutter of their home being gone clears the clutter of their mind, right? So because everybody has a different thing they're looking to get from your cleaning, you need to lead with the benefits they're going to get, not the process of actually cleaning. Alex Hormozy, in his closer process, calls this selling the vacation. You don't want to talk about the plane ride to Hawaii, how there's going to be some turbulence, you're going to be crowded, you're going to be sitting on a plane for 5 hours, but we're going to get you there. You want to talk about being in Hawaii. All the stuff people do in Hawaii. Honestly, I haven't been, so I don't know what you do, but I heard it's beautiful. It's like the water, the island vibes, the food, etc. Again, I don't really know what people do, but the point still stands that they're going to Hawaii to experience something in their life. That's what you need to talk about. Not the fact that there are going to be many features on the way to Hawaii. The plane, the money, scheduling stuff, organizing stuff, wrangling kids, whatever it may be. So tip 1 for framing your prices, always lead with benefits, not features, because when somebody really wants their life to look a certain way, it's worth a lot more than simply a feature, a clean home. an emotional feeling tied to a perspective they have on their life is way more important than a feature of their life, if that makes sense. I'm gonna jump to the second tip. You wanna compare the cost versus the lifetime client value. And this isn't lifetime client value to your business, it's what value are they getting over their lifetime. Let me explain. So first, tip 2, cost versus value. This is where the delta really comes in. So for them to pay you to clean their home, it might be anywhere from $150 to $650 for the 3-hour clean, depending on how big the house is, depending on how luxury the house is, depending on how many cleaning bonuses you add there, whatever your pricing is. It may cost them $150 to $650 per clean, which means $300 to, what is that, $1,300 per month? Now, what's the value they're getting from that? So yeah, there's a cost, $300 a month, $1,300 a month, $800 a month, whatever it is. You get a clean house. But when you think about the benefits, you can also sell value. And so the benefits one person might get is to save them 8 hours per week of cleaning, because you know how to clean better, more effectively, more efficiently, and you help them set systems in place that keep the house clean so that you can do more deep cleaning, keep the house cleaner while you're gone, et cetera, right? The benefits of that is maybe you get 8 more hours per month with your kids and 4 more hours per month with your spouse, because you're saving 3 hours a week from cleaning just by hiring me. So the question is 12 hours with your loved ones worth $300 a month, $500 a month, $700 a month? A lot of people would say, heck yeah, it's worth that much money. And so when you're selling value, you're really understanding what that person wants, the benefits they're looking for, not the features, and how that will impact their life. And if that impact is worth the cost or more than the cost, right? Because some people might have their kids leaving the home in 3 or 4 years, and they want to spend as much time as they can, but they argue over cleaning. That's a lot of value to that family, to have them spend 4 good years together, because you keep their house clean and the kids and the parents get to spend more time together. Similar thing with hosting people. If I get to make it easier for you to host more people more consistently, what is the value of that to you? For example, my wife and I love hosting people. We're always trying to figure out ways to show up in people's lives. If we found something that helped us do that better, build relationships with people, the thing we value most, there's a high chance that as long as it's in our budget, we pay for it. Which goes to my last video of make sure you're going after a client who can pay for your services, because if you can match the value, match the benefits, but it doesn't match their pocketbook, very few people are gonna take on debt to make that happen, right? So when you're targeting, make sure you know the benefits, know the value, and that they can afford the cost, because then they'll pay all day, because it is a valuable service that you're offering. So tip 1, you wanna lead with benefits, not features. Tip 2, you want to compare cost versus value, which means you have to know your client and sell to the benefits and really run that out. It's like, hey, if I'm going to save you 3+ hours per week, that's 12 hours per month, that's 144 hours per year with loved ones. Is that something that's worth the money to you? And if this person's making $300,000 a year, the last thing they want to do is come home and clean their house, right? So know who you're targeting and know how to sell to them. Tip number 3, share client stories. Client success stories. So this is really cool, because if you have stories for their pain point, you can go a long way in this. For example, say you had a client, you help them clean, you help them save 150+ hours a year, and now they spent that with their kids, and now they used to argue with their kids all the time. They didn't know details about their kids' life, but now they have a thriving relationship, and you've seen that grow because you've been sending the same cleaner there over and over, and the relationship is built, right? If somebody comes and they're like, yeah, my family is very distant, I want to build a relationship with them. You could talk about that client success story, how your cleaning facilitated that relationship. And that's literally how everything sells. Like anytime you're going to a restaurant, you look at the reviews. Anytime you're picking a service, you want to know that they've done it for somebody like you and achieved the result that you're trying to get so that you can trust it. It's just social proof. And so if you can always point to a client, which is also important for niching down in your marketing and your sales, it's like, if I'm solving the same problem for the same type of person, I will have many, many success stories about that problem, and I will know how to solve it very, very well. So you can start offering ancillary benefits to help them accelerate towards the result, and your service becomes even more valuable because you're selling for value and benefits, not for features. So you might be doing a little bit more than clean. You might be facilitating relationships with the stuff that you leave behind in the systems you set up, so on and so forth. If it's the kids example, if it's the hosting example, there are other bonuses that you can bring into play. But the more you niche down to a particular client, the more you can share success stories and the more social proof you have. The more social proof you have, the more it will lubricate the sales process. So the fourth thing I want to talk about is positioning yourself as a premium service. And really, what we're going to talk about as a premium service is getting personal. So when I think premium, I think white glove service. You're going to be high touch. You're going to be very personalized to that individual. And again, that goes back to value. The more personalized I can make this experience for you, the more likely you perceive yourself getting to your intended benefit or result for your life, your dream outcome, if you will. And so if I make myself a premium service, I'm going to make this highly personal. And so you add stuff like having a good sales process, a good marketing process, a good communication process leading up to the sale and after the sale. That's where it starts, because how you communicate with people will show them how professional you are, how much you care about them. And so the more you can personalize individual gifts, notes, making people feel known throughout the sales process, the more white glove it feels. The more special you treat somebody, the more special they will feel. But after that, it's like, what things am I going to do? What small things? It's always in the details with premium and white glove, because people live their lives in the details of their lives, right? So we want to think about what small details can I add to my service that are low cost in terms of time and money, but high personalization. Like it may be leaving a certain scent. It may be doing one extra thing for that person, or having one extra communication there for that client. There are plenty of ways to make a service white glove, and we'll go over that in the bonus value section in a little bit here. But when you're framing your prices and you're leading with benefits, you're selling value, and you have the client success stories, you want to position yourself as premium because you have the commodity service, you have like the premium service, you have the low cost leader, and then you have like luxury, right? So I think luxury, premium, kind of the same. Then you have just like super uber expensive, like only for really high net worth individuals. You don't want to be competing on price. And when you have a premium service, you make it personal to the client, personal to their issue, and you start to systematize that. That is how you set yourself apart in a pricing perspective. And like, with all these extra values, this person is doing 6 extra things for me, and they have a better cleaning process, and the house smells better and looks better and makes me feel better. That's what brings that premium in, which brings premium prices. So when you're framing your prices, and again, we're trying to get it so that you can sell more, sell smoother, close faster, without really negotiating on that price. Positioning as a premium service is like, I mean, you can go with the other guys, but I'm different than the other guys. So if you want to miss out on that, go for it. And then you're okay letting clients go because you've done a good job of filling your pipeline. So tip 4, premium service. Tip 5, confident and assumptive language. So anytime we're talking to somebody, we want to share our conviction with them. And by sharing our conviction with them, it's communicating in such a way that gives them the message that not only do I know what I'm talking about, but I've been there and I've done that. And so a lot of that is What is the booking process like? What is the sales process like? What is the onboarding process like? When you have confident language and confident communication, you get to smooth the bumps of the sales process with a good system. So a very easy thing is like, when you've had a 15-minute conversation 1,000 times because you've had 1,000 leads over the past 18 months, and you know how to close 40% of them, that conversation is going to be really smooth, and you're going to ask the next question confidently. You're going to bring up these client success stories confidently. It's like, and you're going to be able to relate with the person. That's really what it is. It's like, let me connect and confident have the same thing. I thought there was a word thing I could do there, but didn't quite find it. But let me connect with you, and then let me guide you. I think that's the good confident language, because like, hey, I've been here, I've done that, and I'm here for you. Let me connect, let me understand, let me empathize, and let me guide. So that's what I think of when I'm thinking of confident language. Connect and guide. Because this is really the sales process and the onboarding process. And I think you knowing how to book them, you knowing how to work with their schedule, you knowing how to work around their objections and the problems that they will experience in the sales process, just lubricate things. So these are the 5 tips for framing your prices, and they're designed to help you charge more, close better, and build client trust without negotiating on price. And when you lead with benefits, you close better. When you lead with value versus cost, you close better because you're going to personalize it to that client. When you do a premium service, you're charging more. And when you have a lot of client success stories in your sales process, you're building that client trust. All of this without having to negotiate on price, because you're positioned well here, sell to what they want here, have a lot of social proof here. And this has some built-in social proof or just brand value when you know how to confidently communicate so that you connect and guide them through the sales process, through the problem they're experiencing. That's what you're really guiding them through and connecting through it. So, one other key thing to do, if you're really going through the sales process and you want to just lubricate it a little bit more, I've said lubricate too much this video, but that is what that is. You want to have pocket bonuses. So these are things that happen after the sale is complete. You do them anyway as part of your process, as part of your onboarding. You always want the first 48 hours of your onboarding with a client to be super sorted, super just on point, right? Because you want to create an experience such that they refer, review, and repurchase. That's what you want. Referrals, reviews, and more purchases, right? So you're gonna have a bunch of pocket bonuses in those first 48 hours where it's like, hey, we're gonna hook you up with the same cleaner so that you can build a relationship with your cleaner and they know your preferences, part of that white glove premium service. We're gonna have your first clean free, actually. I know you signed up, but we like you and we hope you like us. So we're gonna give you the first clean free, whatever it may be. We're gonna have a special scent customized to what you want, a special candle we leave each time or whatever it may be. We're going to give you a special referral package for your friends. Usually we don't do this for clients, but you're our first client, and for the first 3 weeks, anybody you bring in will get their first 2 cleans free, or whatever it may be. Because now that you give them a chance to build status with their friends, right? These are just some pocket bonuses you can have where maybe it's the same 48-hour onboarding process each time, but in the case where these 5 aren't helping you frame your prices such that it's lubricating the sale, you have these pocket bonuses here. Be like, okay, I understand that you've had cleaners come and you don't like how strong chemicals are sometimes. Well, sometimes we like to have a special scent that we leave a house in, where we'll leave candles in the rooms we clean, such that you don't smell the chemicals, but you smell your favorite candle instead. So they have a problem, it's stopping them from purchasing. You attach a bonus to that problem to solve it, and be like, is that fair enough? And they'll be like, yeah, that's fair enough. And then you just move forward with the sale, right? You ask for the sale again. Is that fair enough? They're like, yeah, that's fair enough. Great, you ready to move forward? It's like, oh, no, there's something else. And it's like, okay, now there's another problem, another bonus, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what the pocket bonuses are for. Again, if you position yourself well, you sell to value and you sell to benefits and you have those client success stories, you shouldn't have to pull out pocket bonuses too much, But in the process of doing this well and building your brand, you might have to pull out these pocket bonuses and just understand the sales process. So now I want to make this personal to you guys. And I'm just going to read through some really bonuses and ways that you can make yourself this premium service. We talked about leading with value and leading with benefits. Making that personal, it's really scripting the sales conversation. And if you want help building a script, feel free to contact me below. You can DM me on Instagram. You can hit me up on YouTube, I think, if you can message, or leave a comment below and say script, and I'll try to send you a script. Or you can join the school community where we're helping home cleaning businesses grow and scale for a nominal fee per month. You can RSVP below for that. But yeah, that's where we can kind of help there with the script. With client success stories, that's really just getting clients to drop a 10, 15 second video, or you really want a video from it, but we can automate a process for you guys for that, or you can do it with any CRM, email automation to collect those videos that you want. I want to give you tips right now to get into that premium service. And hopefully by doing all 4 of these, you'll be able to confidently communicate in the sales process with connection and guidance. So some bonuses or some things that will make you a white glove service, I think, is having the same cleaner for the first 3 visits. Guaranteed, but really the more you can keep the same cleaner, the better, because you can build that relationship with the client. You're gonna have the first clean satisfaction guarantee, or just have a general satisfaction guarantee across the board. If you don't like how the clean ended up, we'll come back for free and just do it as soon as possible, within 72 hours or whatever it may be. Whatever brand promise you can make to your customers without losing too much money or making it too operationally complex. We also want to do like some custom home preferences set up. It's like, let's do a walkthrough. We'll build your personal cleaning profile exactly how you like it, and we'll know what to do, and we'll educate your same cleaner on this. We'll remind them of it before the visit, but we will also make sure that any new cleaners that we have, in case somebody leaves, are educated on this process as well. So you can have a pre-visit cleaner bio and introduction, because we like to build relationships with our clients, keep the same cleaners. We're gonna help you get to know them so that you can lubricate that relationship. And there it is. So you can give people other things, priority reschedule access, just for being an extra tier up or on your premium tier. It's like if you reschedule or you book, we'll put you over other people basically for a premium. Your signature sent or VIP detail on first clean and future cleans. You could add a bonus clean that isn't usually part of the 3 hours every time you go. You could have a VIP referral invite pack. That's the thing I talked about for friends. You could have a clear, no surprises cleaning checklist. So before your first visit, we'll send you a detailed checklist so you know exactly what's included, and then we'll edit that checklist to your personal cleaning plan after the walkthrough. So those are just some bonuses that you could have to make this a white glove service. Again, if you want a script to help you lead with benefits, or at least ask the questions to help you lead with benefits and lead with value, you can hit me up anyway. Just get in contact with me, leave a comment, join the school group, whatever it may be. Send emails to capture these client success stories, and then do all 4 of these to confidently communicate so that you can connect and guide your clients through the sales process. Last thing I want to talk about is, you don't need to discount your way to more clients. It's good maybe for an intro offer, but ultimately you want your prices to be at this premium mark. So use these 5 framing tactics to charge what you're worth, really, so you can get more confident yeses from your clients and build a business you love, like the bread maker from the beginning of the video. Now, of course, we're here for a very specific reason. We want to help 800,000 business owners scale with systems, confidence, and clarity, not discounts. And so what that really looks like is helping you guys get to 2 million, building this huge endowment where everybody I help get to 2 million gives $1 million a year and gets their friends to give $1 million a year to this endowment. And we want that endowment to raise the standard of living across the world to middle-class America so that everybody has more than enough food, shelter, water, and safety. And really, I'm just like, why in a world of abundance do people need to go with need? Like, I have more than enough food, more than enough water, more than enough shelter, more than enough sense of safety. And I want everybody to have that same thing. And in my mind right now, the gap is concerted effort, meaningful communities doing meaningful things, and deploying our resources collectively. So I'm trying to solve that problem by getting business owners to help me out. If that's something you're interested in, keep watching, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment below, and tell me which of these 5 you're gonna try first and how they work out for you. We'll see you on the next one.